I already do not like the sound of this. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 109 of What's on the Bench Weekly. And if you're not familiar with this show, it's where I take you through the projects that I'm working on. And in this case, it's been a couple weeks since anything's happened with the old H10 optic. Build off wheel, praise wheel. And now I've got my box back, but it looks so small. Can a whole optic even fit in here? I'm afraid he's like sent me bits. Oh, it's gonna be tight. This one, you'll see this one in a minute. This one's pretty exciting. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've seen my optic, and let's open this up right now. I'm pretty nervous. This show is usually more like a what I've done, what's been going on, but because of travel and shipping and other releases like the Basecamp stove top truck, we haven't really had a chance to work on the old optic, and we had to ship them back to each other because of the wheel. So now we get to see what's going on here. I'm probably not going to be happy. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Used all my heads and driver figures as packing material. You scumbag. That makes me very unhappy. I was happy to be rid of all of this. There we go. That's going to be much better. So yes, this is the H10 optic for the build-off. I'm very happy to have this back in my hands again. That was very smart. All right. Yeah. Oh, Josh. Speakers came out. Okay, no problem. No problem. What a scumbag. All right, let's just put that box away and never look at it again. Straight in the garbage. Here it is. And look at that speaker collection. That thing is great. But he didn't finish it. Oh, now I'm unhappy. It was supposed to be done. I sent him a finished truck, and he sends me this unfinished thing. I hope he wired it up. Just happy to have this truck back, because I liked what I did with it, and I put a lot of work into it, so it's nice to see it back in its home. Go to your home. A lot of these bolts need to be tightened up badly. This one's not even attached. What is wrong with you? Okay, anyway, yes, so optic is back. Very good, very happy to have it. And this series will continue in about a week or so, I guess, because we actually need some time to spin the wheel. And I think Josh is going to have to do that yesterday, because today's Thursday. I don't know what day it is. He'll have to spin the wheel Wednesday, which was yesterday, with his guest on the live stream takeover, because I'm not available. So you're seeing this after he's spun. So put a comment down below and tell me what I got, because I don't know. That would be very helpful. And of course, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. We are so close to 100,000 subscribers, which blows my mind. I cannot wait to get that plaque. 45 subscribers away as of Tuesday night. Wow. That's very cool. Yeah. And some of you in that group of 100,000 are channel members. And channel members get extra special perks, like behind the scenes access to all sorts of things that I do, whether it be travel logs or just seeing projects come together, or even videos before they're released. There's also going to be live streams for members only as we get the numbers up there. And there's all kinds of other extra bonus stuff like how-tos, tips and tricks, etc., etc., etc. You should definitely consider joining like all of these people have. I bet you it's on this side. I don't remember ever what side it's on. But definitely check that out. There's a link down below. Okay, let's get this optic off the bench and get another optic on the bench. You know, actually, we're not done with this optic yet because you know what, Josh? I find it really offensive the way you treat other people's property. Here's what's left of this original speaker box that I did with all of the LED lighting. Snip the wires. Here's the Bluetooth component. Snip the wires. I hope the rest of the parts are in there because I paid good money for those things. And if they're not in there, you are going to get a very stern talking to. I am unhappy about the way you've treated this. This is a good project, and you've not been nice. Just toss all these parts in a box like some sort of animal. I painted that whole interior for you. Made it look really nice. I've got a big empty space here with these dumbass speakers in here. And actually, Jens Cole, or Jens, I'm going to say Jens. I believe it's Jens. Jens Cole made these really cool rear fenders for the H10 optic, which bolt right up. Ooh. Ooh. And really add another component to this whole build. That looks really great. I'm going to be using those for sure. They're on Cults 3D. I'll put a link down below to those. Those are going to look amazing. You know what? Let's get one on right now. Because what else are we doing? Nothing. I like it when people design smart things. And this looks to be like a very smart design. That looks great. Look at that. I am impressed. I like that. That looks really good. Jens, nice job, sir. Very smooth, clean panel. Yeah, oh man, the contours around the cage are perfect. Look at that. Amazing. Very nice job and really completes the whole look of that car. Really nice. That's a good piece. Definitely get yourself a set of those. Okay. Now we can move on to the next thing, which is also an optic. Next on the bench, another H10 optic, although this one's a little bit different. This is a fully kitted out Htech optic H10. There's a lot of H's. Mostly kitted out. This is a anodized in a sort of, I'm going to say a metallic teal or seafoam green. And this is from Htech. It comes unassembled. You assemble it. It's very similar to the original plastic cage. Very similar. Everything fits perfectly. There is nothing wrong. Everything just works. It all fits as you would expect, and it looks awesome with the Htech aluminum panels. So now it's a fully aluminum caged, much heavier truck now, but I really like the look of it. I think it looks fantastic. It is obviously mostly going to be a cosmetic upgrade, but you know, functionally it is solid. It's not going to bend, it's not going to break. It is going to be a lot more rigid and a lot more robust than the plastic cage ever could be. It is pretty spectacular, and everything just fits. It looks really amazing. The guys at Htech do really, really great work, and of course this is a custom piece. You can see they've even engraved Scale Builders Guild there on the top of the roll cage bar there. There's even there's light. They've actually added some nice features here. There's some light bar mounts as well on this back part of the cage. You can still put your number plates on the back there if you want. Gas fuel tank still fits. Power tank still mounts. It really is pretty spectacular, and I didn't have any trouble putting it together. The instructions they included are excellent, and it just makes your optic an entirely new optic. I've even got those clipless body mounts on there from Kevin Fine, so that is another nice feature that works because it is the original cage. It's just in aluminum now, machined aluminum. Machined out of solid blocks of aluminum. Where have I heard that before? I went with some, what are these? Some kind of Vanquish wheel and VXT2s just to give it a bit of a different look. I really kind of like it, And I put the Night Customs animated interior with Josh and I in there just to kind of add another little bit of realism to this one. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks really great. This is my original optic that I did the review video for, so it's nice to have this kind of refreshed and rebuilt. It's a really great truck. I have so much fun with these. It's cool to have two that are very different from each other. Look at that. There's very different looks. I'm very pleased with these. If you're interested in any of the Htech stuff, and it is very nice stuff, like really nice. He does such a great job. He actually they even included a set of LEDs for the headlights, which I haven't yet put in, but I will at some point. Yeah, if you're interested in any of this Htech stuff, I will put a link down below where you can get all of the parts, all of the bits. It's just, man, it's so awesome. It looks really good. Like, really good. Gold and teal. Who would have thunk it? Just me. If you've got another idea for panel colors, let me know. I've actually got something coming that I think could make this an even more unique build. And we'll talk about that in coming weeks. But if you have any guesses, I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. And of course, if you're enjoying this video, I already said all those bits. Let's move on to the next thing. Now, some eagle-eyed viewers might notice I've made some cool mods to my CUCV, or CUCV. This was at Richard's place, Smiggin's Folly. I got to drive it around Smiggin's Folly, which was a real treat for me. It was nice to go see my friend before all the weather gets crappy here in this part of the world. But I wanted to take this out there and get it out there and see it in Smiggin's Folly, and I had a really wonderful time with my friend, and he made some great mods. He added a nice RC four-wheel drive window sticker. How very nice of him. Build, trail, brake, repeat. He also added some really great bumper stickers from RC four-wheel drive as well. So yeah, thanks a bunch. Much appreciated. But also, there is an excellent video that I will link to in the description down below that Richard shot at Smiggin's Folly of this truck and his Dodge Ram, which was so much fun. I had the best time ever. So please go watch that and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Gonna get a lot of really good stuff there. Arguably better than this channel. Finally, for this week, it's nice to get back into some of these projects again. Here's the Land Cruiser 250 series. While Richard and I were in Ohio, well, I was in Ohio and Richard was in his home. We went out for pancakes and passed by a Toyota dealership. They had a Land Cruiser, this 1958 style edition, which was amazing. I got some good reference photos for all of the little details that I haven't done yet, which I'm going to get to. I also added some different wheels and tires here. These are RC four-wheel drive Mud Terrain TA KM3s. They're a nice, narrow, small tire. They look fantastic on here. They're going to be just about perfect. What else? Method wheels too. I don't remember which ones these are. I do have to print some new center caps because these ones didn't come with them, I don't think. And I want to cover up those nuts. And I also started doing a little bit of detail work paint-wise on the body. I did the front, started on the front clip there. It's sort of a darker gray plastic, darker gray, and then this whole center section gets a darker, almost black, kind of almost, I would even say glossy or semi-gloss. So that's going to be next. We'll get the grill in there and the Toyota letters. And then we've got to start painting the rest of this thing because it's all about the fine details now, and this time of year, there's nothing better than sitting in here and doing some paint with the airbrush. So lots of masking tape, lots of stuff to come on this one, but I think it's going to be a really fun build. And I like the stance so far. It's going to need some inner fenders, obviously, but I kind of like where that's sitting. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. not a lot of progress this week, but I've been away. I've been doing things. I've been busy. Work is picking up as well, which is good. So, yeah, lots of stuff to do. Lots of stuff to keep me busy. I'm very excited about that. All right, there you go. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next week.